Hi, this is Avery Innes. I'm Suzuki's Product Information Specialist, and I'm here in the Georgia drizzle, not too far from Suzuki's assembly plant in Rome, Georgia. And I'm here today with the brand new 2016 KingQuad. The KingQuad has some improvements, just like it's gotten over the last few years, for 2016. New for 2016 is a new design front bumper. It brings a more modern and exciting look to the front of the KingQuad, and it houses a pair of very bright multi-reflector headlamps. Over the last couple of years, the ATV has gotten some other improvements. Twin iridium spark plugs for a hotter, more consistent spark, reprogramming in the ECM with important features that allow the ATV to get out of the muck sooner, because the rev limit is now vehicle speed sensitive instead of being engine speed sensitive. So if you need to use some RPM to get yourself out of the gunk, you've got it available. Also available is an override button, which allows you to bypass the rev limit in the reverse mode. Once again, another great feature to help you get out of the muck that only Suzuki has. Both the KingQuad 500 and 750 have very similar chassis with a lot of great features. Now the 500 uses an engine that's approximately 500 cc's in displacement with a single overhead cam that drives forked rockers with 4-valve cylinder head. The 750 uses a very compact 722 cc engine with a semi-gear drive cam drive. This is a drive that we used on our V-twin performance motorcycles, like our V-Strom 1000. That type of cylinder head allows the engine to be very compact, and just like the 500, the top end on the KingQuad 750 is canted forward at 48 degrees. That allows the engine to be very compact. It also gives us the lowest seat height in our class. Frankly, the lowest seat height in the industry. That compact engine also allows Suzuki to position the fuel tank underneath the seat. Once again, low center of gravity, low seat height, and a special design ratchet fuel cap allows you to open and close the cap. It's not going to get stuck from being accidentally over tightened, and when you're filling it, because it's down low, you're able to see the fuel level. In fact, that fuel injection allows the ATV to pass all EPA and carb emission standards without reducing any performance or reliability. It's a significant advantage that Suzuki has over the competitors. We didn't have to make something bigger. We didn't have to take something big and downscale it to make emissions. In fact, our ATVs run better and stronger than they ever had, thanks to Suzuki EFI. Both of the ATVs feature the Quadmatic CVT transmission, a fully automatic transmission that has a very easy to use gate style shifter mounted right up on the left front fender. It allows you to select from neutral, either reverse or high or low drive ranges. The Quadmatic transmission also features a unique engine braking system, so it acts like a manual transmission. So when you're either towing something or going downhill, the engine helps you control the vehicle speed to make sure that you're in control of the situation. A new convenience item for this year is some revised bodywork that allows easier access to the oil filler and dipstick. It may not seem like a big thing, but just being able to reach down and check that oil level whenever you need to is a real plus. Brand new this year on all of the KingQuads are Carlisle tires, built right in the United States and delivered right to our Rome, Georgia plant. In fact, as I mentioned earlier, this entire machine is built right here in Rome, Georgia. Engine assembly occurs here, plastic molding occurs here, and overall assembly occurs here. In fact, the frame starts off as a truckload of tubing. It's eventually cut, bent, and welded together. And along with that frame, brand new for this year, is a new accessory front and rear bumper set that are really rugged and add some capability to the ATV it didn't have before. The rear bumper set is very unique because it features a 2-inch square receiver, so it expands the already great towing capability of the KingQuad. Up in the front on every KingQuad are dual disc brakes that are drilled, of course, with sintered pads to work really good when the elements are working against you. But in the back, there's a unique multi-disc brake system. It's right in the driveline, and it's somewhat like a clutch. That multi-disc runs in a bathe of specialized fluid, so it lasts for a good long time, won't overheat, and it'll make sure that when you need to stop, you can slow your ATV down. Both the 500 and the 750 have a power steering model. Now, it's a unique model, and they look similar to the conventional steering ones, but they're engineered to be power steering models from the ground up. Their overall heights and other dimensions are very similar, but as I said, they're engineered from the get-go to be a power steering model. The steering effort is reduced, but what's really great is you don't have kickback and stuff when you encounter hard obstacles on the trail. It's almost like having a power steering and damping steering system. There's an electronic control for the front differential, so with a little push of your thumb, you can select two-wheel drive or four-wheel drive, or if the stuff is really tough that you have to encounter, you can lock it into full differential lock, and all four wheels are driven. When you're out of the muck, click it back, and then you have the easy steering of either basic four-wheel drive or two-wheel drive. Once again, you're just doing it with the touch of your thumb. This particular KingQuad has one of our accessory windshields on it, has a rear rack extension, and it's also fitted with our new rugged accessory front and rear bumpers. Those bumpers are made right alongside the whole ATV itself in our Rome, Georgia facility. The instrumentation is full LCD type, has all the information you need, and it doesn't have a lot of gobbledygook that you don't need. You have twin trip meters, you have hour meters, and obviously a big speedometer so you can make sure that you're riding along at the speed that you should be. There's icons about temperature alerts, high beam, low beam. It's all there in a real compact and easy to see instrument set. The complete bottom of the KingQuad is protected by thick plastic skid plates and A-arm protectors. Now, unlike aluminum, which can dent and stay dented, the plastic will bend easily, but it's strong enough to bounce right back and maintain its shape. Plus, the surface of the plastic allows the chassis to slide over the objects. And the hardware that mounts these plates to the quad, the hardware is put in positions where it's not going to get damaged, and you won't be able to disconnect anything if you have to service something on the ATV. Suzuki's exclusive T-shaped seat is very well padded, but it's shaped so you're not only comfortable, but you can maneuver around on the seat when the riding conditions require you to do so. Full floorboards, of course, but the center of our floorboards use a raised motocross style foot peg that allows your boot to have good purchase as you're riding the ATV. If you have to climb around on difficult terrain, it's nice to know that your feet are going to stay where they're planted. Double A-arm front suspension and an I-beam A-arm rear suspension. The full suspension on a KingQuad is completely independent, and the shock absorbers are 5-way spring preload adjustable on each corner. So you can adjust how your ATV handles its cargo load by using the simple spanner wrench that's included with the ATV's toolkit. The KingQuad isn't completely brand new from the ground up, but it's the latest in a continually long string of refinements. Every year Suzuki has improved the ATV, thanks a lot to the American riders who provide us fantastic feedback. So we're taking something that's already good, refining it, and just adding to its strength and reliability. So visit www.suzukicycles.com and check out the KingQuad and Suzuki's other line of motorcycles and ATVs. This is some fantastic stuff, and once again, we're very proud to build the KingQuad line here in the United States. They're built in North America for the whole world, but like I said, we're out here in Georgia enjoying the drizzle. There's no dust out on the trail, so I'll have to talk to you later because I'm going to go riding.